Stopping time summons motherfucking Mothra for some reason. My favorite level is cattle mutilation, where you have to save cows from flying saucers. I like how they thank you when you save them. Overall, this is definitely a great entry and a lot of fun to play. After this came Space Invaders DX, a kind of enhanced version of the original. It starts with a weird text crawl. Space Invaders had a great vogue in 1978. This one has a couple different game modes, including the original and a parody game. The parody game is just Space Invaders with the sprites changed to characters from other Taito games. If you want a real parody game, get ready for Space Invaders 95, the Attack of the Lunar Loonies. This game is batshit insane, emphasis on shit, because literally the character I'm playing as is a blue piece of shit. Seriously, 2 of the characters are named Toilet 1 and Toilet 2. I like Toilet 1 because he's apparently a Japanese-style toilet-type super weapon. How in the sweet name of shit could you not choose the Japanese-style toilet-type super weapon? This is the culmination of almost 20 years of Taito game development, blasting aliens as a talking blue shit coil. The graphics are super bright and colorful, but there's so much crap flying around the screen, figuratively and literally. Also, something I want to address before there's a million comments about it, Taito Legends 2 stretches the games to fit a 4:3 TV, but you can change this in the options menu, which would have been nice to know before I recorded pretty much all the fucking footage for this episode. And why they wouldn't make their original aspect ratio the default setting is beyond me. It is what it is. Taito felt that their games would be better received looking stretched to fuck, I guess. Other than Space Invaders, a lot of the earlier games featured on these compilations are either forgettable or total ass-blasting, shit-splattering diarrhea. There are a couple diamonds in the rough, but for some of these, we're just gonna rocket through like a turd traveling out your colon and into the bowl. Balloon Bomber is a game where you play as a cannon shooting at balloons with bombs tied to them. If the bombs land, they blow apart the floor and you can't roll there anymore. The more bombs that land, the more you're limited in how far you can move. It's fine, but it's like lame Space Invaders with a lame gimmick. I'd rather save my fake quarter. On to another balloon game, Crazy Balloon. Yeah, Crazy Balloon. You guide a crazy balloon through a maze. It's probably the best game I've ever played in my life. I swear to... No, I'm just kidding. This game is boring as fuck. Next. Colony 7, it's Missile Command, but shitty. I can't play this for more than a few minutes. That's it. Next, again. Phoenix is another Space Invaders-like game, but it has weird bird aliens. It kind of feels like Galaga, but it actually predates it by about a year. You play as a weird crawling ship and just shoot everything. The sound is awful. It's constant trilling and sirens all throughout. It gives me a headache. There's a boss fight, which is kind of cool, but the sound just makes me want to shut it the fuck off. Lunar Rescue. It's basically a mix of Lunar Lander and Space Invaders. This one's actually kind of fun. You land on platforms and avoid meteors going down, and then pick up a guy and fly up shooting through Space Invader-y type enemies. It's okay. So then there's Rime Ice, or however it's said. It's a futuristic Pac-Man. Instead of a yellow circle guy in a maze eating circles, you're a future car in a maze eating circles. You can grab power-ups to help get through the maze, and there's even boss fights. Also, every once in a while, you get a cutscene of this guy. I don't know what the fuck kind of drugs these game designers were on. If Rime Ice is a future Pac-Man, then the electric yo-yo is Pac-Man if he were a yo-yo. Taito were the experts at providing the perfect putrid platform for their game developers to piss their shit onto, like finding the right cat litter. I mean, you get the ideal texture, particle size, and natural herbal attractant, just so the cat can come in and say, this is a good place to piss and shit. But Jungle Hunt is a bona fide classic. I used to play this on the Atari all the time. The arcade is better graphically, but I like the Atari's music during the cannibal part better. Next we have Zookeeper. You run around bricking in animals and making sure they don't escape. The sounds in this game are hilarious. It's kind of weird that he bricks them in. I mean, that'd be a pretty shitty zoo. Yeah, imagine paying $20 to get into a zoo and then all the